Well, well, well. A Dusty and Dustina. An elderly person, I know people get older, they get lonely, they want to have friends, family, and kids have moved away. I totally get it, but now might be a good time to be a recluse. Again, don't get hurt trying to help. Check this story out. He became their friend, and they put his life to an end. Fair use.
Police say evidence found inside his Edgewood home suggests 71-year-old Gerald Champ struggled to defend himself before he was struck in the head and killed. His cell phone carried messages from Armando Moreno Jr. and Ashley Pearl Lentz, a couple he had befriended, seeking money from him in the days leading up to his murder.
It's absolutely repulsive. There are no words to describe how betrayed I think our entire family feels.
We now know the same couple who allegedly murdered Champ stole his Ford Explorer and drove into Baltimore County, where they allegedly committed a second home invasion here on Crane Lane in Middle River. According to charging documents, they broke into the house, confronted a woman with a knife, and stole over $1,000 in cash, as well as her rental car, an Infiniti QX80, valued at more than $40,000. That victim had previously let Marino stay at her house for a few days, claiming he was homeless, and he was upset when she told him he'd have to move on.
It's 2022. You never know what's going on. People just doing this to survive.
When Champ's family learned that the same suspects had allegedly committed a home invasion robbery, which was very similar here in Baltimore County, they decided to drive here to search for their father's missing vehicle themselves. They found the vehicle 2 miles away in the Preserve at Windlass Run subdivision, and police later discovered Champ's blood on the passenger seat. Reporting in Baltimore.
Times are getting very hard and challenging. So that right there, he's probably, didn't mention a family, older man all alone. Honey, why would these young folks want to be your friend? You know it has to be to use and abuse you, but people get older and lonely and they get so desperate. And I think the same thing applies with women that are put up with these dust buckets. It's like, I can't imagine a man you don't have, all you got, what's your transportation? Tom and Jerry, AKA left foot, right foot, really? Well, how are we going to dinner? Because our shorts, honey, these boots ain't made for walking. Yet they can find a woman and get booed up and get suited up. Hope it don't kill you and end up in the handcuffs. It happens every day. Man, this learn to like yourself is better to be alone. Because a lot of people are with someone and it has gone all wrong. I've said before and I've said it again. Remember when I said about the Dusties, how that they need you? Okay? For women, they need you. They need a way to survive. You are the three hots in a cot. That's you. So one more time, check out this small portion. And she's in a rental car. I wonder if she's wrecked her ride or something. And that might be her little house money. He took $1,000.
Was her rental car, an Infiniti QX.
So she took
second
him in.
Home invasion here on Crane Lane in Middle River. According to charging documents, they broke into the house, confronted a woman with a knife, and stole over $1,000 in cash, as well as her rental car, an Infiniti QX80, valued at more than $40,000. That victim had previously let Marino stay at her house for a few days, claiming he was homeless, and he was upset when she told him he'd have to move on.
It's 2022. You never know what's going on.
I said, I got to look at her for that one. I'm going to have to look at her. Look at him. He's homeless. And I will tell you one thing. For him to be homeless, something wrong with him. Because the Latino community and Spanish community, they're very family oriented. Very family oriented, like to protect their own. Okay? They can work together. If he's homeless, yeah. They probably it's a problem with him. And they don't want to deal with him. Look at him. He probably just fresh out the joint, no doubt. So you got family, and they don't want you in the Latino community. Oh, no, honey, something wrong with you. He's a problem. Now, Becky, I think her name is Amanda. I wouldn't be surprised if she tried to get herself out this jam and put on those white woman tears, and he did it. Pot of roll and put it all on him. Dustinas are just like the men. They want to prove a point. And now a man is dead. An old girl, the other woman, she been robbed. She let him stay for a couple of days and told him he had to go. And that reminds me of the same reason these sister girls, these black women, end up dead. Let him stay for a little bit, and you call yourself, he's got potential. I already told you in the spirit of love that is like the oldest pimp line. But he got potential. If he does, great, good for you. Give that boy a golden star. What I'm going to need you to do, though, is to take that potential and go make something happen with your life. Then when you have something to offer, when you have built something to make yourself presentable, then holler at me. Until then, do not come my way with a bunch of broke men's problems. We don't do broke because, honey, life ain't no joke. So this here, people want to connect with someone. That's why that old man probably befriended them, thinking, oh, I got some friends and they're younger. No, they're here to use you and abuse you. And now he's gone. Murder you, steal your car. Trash. Human, just trash walking among us. It's 2022, people. Reach out to your older people, seniors that'll listen. They don't need no new friends. Maybe sometime just check and see, hey, is anybody coming around? Anybody new coming to visit you? It's good to have those conversations. So that way you can try to maybe prevent these things from happening. Oh, yeah, I know this couple. Who is it? It's time to go check them out. Our grandmother did that one time, and it was so funny. She had taken in this lady and her child, and we came over with my parents, and it's like, who's living in the house? And she goes, oh, it's Cindy. And they're like, Cindy's here with her daughter, and she had a suitcase. What's she doing? Oh, I let her have the extra room. And my parents talked with Cindy, and they were like, yeah, I'm sorry, we can't allow you to stay here. And Cindy was, I guess, leaving a man with a child, but they couldn't let her stay there. And so my grandmother, she was funny. They're like, you can't just have people to come in and stay in the house. We can't do it. She said, well, we went to church and the Bible said lost strangers. So she was a stranger and I lost her. And it was like, yeah, it's a different time. Okay. We're not in Galilee. So yeah, we just can't. Yeah, it's a different time. We can't do that. But yeah, you have to check in because people will prey upon other people. We think it's bad now. If they don't get these evictions under control, people's lives under control, a lot of people that can help, they've been burned so many times. Hell, they ain't helping. So we keep on having this problem, be it Section A or not Section A, working class, middle class, people going through your life, it just changed before your eyes. High strung, plus we already have a lot of violence. People will start to prey upon others. And this right here, the elderly, besides women and children, don't forget the elderly. So Armando and Amanda, I'm glad they got caught. They shouldn't be let out. They're like a piranha. They just prey upon other people. This Dustina and her Dusty, you already know wherever they go, it's bound to be a shit show because Dusty's been drama. They've been trauma. The financial implications, now somebody got to bury that older man. Old girl got $1,000 taken. That was probably your house money. And then a rental car company, girl, I hope you use their insurance and not yours, because now $40,000 car is missing. So I don't know how that would work. Maybe she would talk with her insurance agent, but it's been stolen. But either way go, even if it's her, it may fill up as a claim. And then you look up, she let him in her house. And that's something. He was homeless and she took me in. Really? Look at him. She must have been really desperate for some company. She was homeless, and she took him in. And old boy has circled a wagon. Old boy has circled a wagon and came back and robbed her. Ooh, honey, I don't see how she came to the door without not having a weapon. A weapon in one hand and a phone in the other. Are you crazy? I don't know if you're trying to be it spells to me walking Grim Reaper. You ain't got to tell me twice. She let it go. He's homeless. Oh, I feel sorry for him. And Papa realized, like the women do, this is a lazy ass Dusty. He just trying to sit up here, eat my food and drink my liquor and lay up on my sofa, not looking for a job. Oh, you got to go. Look at the things she got. So, if you like to breathe, you might want to stay Dustina and Dusty Free. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share, hit the notification bell. I am out.